If you were looking forward to the NFL no longer being in the headlines, sorry, it turns out that they're dealing with more controversy. In fact, Adrian Peterson, who is the running back for the Minnesota Vikings, turned himself into the police in Texas after a grand jury indicted him for negligent injury to a child. Now, this case involves his 4-year-old son that he spanked, or I should say disciplined with a switch back in May. And the result of that beating was bad. Okay, we have pictures of the injuries, and when a doctor saw those injuries, that was when he had to report him to the authorities. And as a result, Adrian Peterson is now in the middle of national headlines and a complete controversy involving corporal punishment. Now, let me give you the details according to CBS in Houston. The beating allegedly resulted in numerous injuries to the child, including cuts and bruises to the child's back, buttocks, ankles, legs, and scrotum, along with defensive wounds to the child's hands. I should also note that the doctor thought that based on some of the injuries that he saw, there were old scars that could have been caused by Adrian Peterson hitting him with a cord. Now, that has not been confirmed, but that's based on what the doctor saw. Also, Peterson allegedly said via text messages to the child's mother that he felt bad after the fact when I noticed the switch was wrapped around hitting his thigh, and also acknowledged the injury to the child's scrotum in a text message saying, "Got him in the nuts once I noticed, but I felt so bad, and I'm all tearing up that butt when needed. I start putting them in timeout and save the whooping for needed memories." So he kind of confirmed that he had done that via text messages to the child's mother. Yes. Now, real quick quote from the 4-year-old. There are some accounts. Apparently, the 4-year-old said, "Daddy Peterson hit me on my face." That hasn't been confirmed, but that's according to the police report. And the child told his mother that Peterson likes belts and switches and has a whooping room.
Okay, so jury is out on Adrian Peterson soon, probably quite literally. But I'll get back to him because his role in this, of course, is important. But the issue is more important than Adrian Peterson as a person, right? Mm-hmm. And understand that I'm about to be harsh, but I don't dislike Adrian Peterson. Actually, as a football player, I like him a lot. Okay, and I think a lot of Americans do. He's a tough, great player, one of the best players in the NFL. Okay, mm-hmm. Now, and a very likable guy otherwise. Well, I mean, we had no idea, right? So now, first of all, on the issue of whether you should hit a kid or not, I know a lot of Americans do, right? Number one, you should never use a weapon. It should be very easy to understand. In this case, what he's doing is he's literally whipping his kid.
Yeah, with a branch.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But it whips him so much that it rips flesh. Okay. That's pretty easy. No, don't. A lot of people tell me, no, that's not easy. No, I get to whip my children and take their flesh off as I hit them. Okay? That's a 4-year-old. I got a 4-year-old. No, you're not allowed to do that. That's illegal. And yes, your ass should be arrested and put in jail. Okay. Now, you don't agree with me. Here's an easy example. What if he did that to a dog? I guarantee you the world would have exploded. Mm-hmm. They would. I mean, a guy kicked a dog in an elevator. He got fired. He was the CEO of the company. Got fired, and there was 180,000 people who signed a petition in under a week to make sure he was fired. Okay, if he hit his dog, whipped his dog 10 to 15 times, and ripped skin off each time, okay, they would have said, "What kind of an animal does that to a defenseless dog?"
Yeah.
But what do you do to a defenseless 4-year-old child? All of a sudden, it's in question. Well, maybe yes, maybe no. No, it's not in question. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. That's illegal, okay?
So just to talk specifically about the law, in Texas, corporal punishment is not illegal. However, it has to be reasonable, right? And it's based on community standards. Community standards is an interesting way of deciding whether or not the force is excessive. In my opinion, let's say community standards indicate that drawing blood like that is not a big deal. I would still say that that is not reasonable, right? Mm-hmm. That goes way too far. I'm not against corporal punishment within reason. So if you're going to use an open hand and slap them on the butt and try to teach them a lesson that way, that's one thing. But if you injure them in this way, it just goes too far. And study after study proves that if you cause this type of injury and you do it on a repeated basis, it actually causes more psychological harm than good, right? So if you're actually concerned about helping your kid and disciplining your kid, you're doing more harm than good in this case, okay? You're injuring him, you're using too much force, and you're not helping him become a better member of society by doing this.
So Charles Barkley was out talking to Jim Rome and talked about how, look, he says every black family in the South does this to their kids.
But why is that a justification?
No. Look, no. Think about it. Why do you think every black family in the South does that? It's about a legacy, right? But it's not a good legacy. It's a horrible, horrible legacy of an ugly past. And it got passed through the generations. Don't do it to your own kids. Don't do it. So I'm not trying to judge people who have done it because they were taught in the past. What I'm trying to say is going forward, God damn it, stop doing that to your own kids. Black, white, it doesn't matter, because in Texas, believe me, there's a lot of white folks in the South, everywhere. There's a lot of white folks who are now, I've seen it on the internet already, people who are enraged saying, I get to beat my kid any way you like, any way I like. Okay, congratulations. You know, and Anna's right, it depends on the state. Every state has different laws. In most states, you're not allowed to use a closed fist. You're not allowed to use weapons. You have to keep the kid's clothes on so you're not tearing his flesh off. And you can spank the bottom, but you can't hit the face. Those are the usual rules, but it varies by jurisdiction, okay? But it's not the right way to go. And Adrian Peterson, that's why the jury's out on him. Because he went to the police. He told them, I did this. Oh, yeah, my dad used to whoop me, and it made me better, right? And he genuinely, I think in a lot of ways, thinks that he's making his kids better. And that he has good intent. Doesn't make it right. Like you say, hey, you know, my dad used to run me over with a car, and I thought it made me better. So I ran my kids. No, I don't care. You're wrong. I know what your intent was, but you're still wrong. Okay, and besides which, I'm not convinced about Adrian Peterson's intent. Okay, if he has a whooping room and he punched his kid in the face, and by the way, he also said he was worried that Daddy Peterson, if he reported it, would punch him in the face again, and might have used an extension cord according to the doctor, and might also have a room not just filled with switches but with belts, it leads me to believe that he's enjoying the process. Okay? So we'll have to, that's for a trial, and that'll all have to come out, and we'll have to see if that's true or untrue. So I reserve judgment on that. But on the actual practice, God damn it, stop it already. If you wouldn't tolerate it for a dog, don't tolerate it for your kids.
There have been studies, this is a 2013 study from the University of Wisconsin. They found that hormones are released from a girl's body that could trigger early puberty when she is repeatedly beaten like that. Also, it reduces gray matter in the brain. That's the connective tissue in the brain, and that can cause long-term psychological issues. So if you're really concerned about disciplining your kids, I understand that. I don't like meddling into a parent's life and telling them how they should or shouldn't raise their kid. But it is the state's responsibility to ensure a kid is safe. And if there is some evidence indicating that the kid is abused, that's when there needs to be some sort of intervention. And that's what's happening right now.
Stunning fact that came out of this that I didn't know. In 2011, they did a study, found out 90% of Americans use corporal punishment on their kids.
Look, it all depends on, the varying degrees of corporal punishment.
Of course.
Look, my mom hit me, right? Open hand. Hit me in the butt. It was enough to scare me, right? I was afraid of her. It was enough to discipline me, but it didn't actually cause any real injury.
Yeah. Well, so, and my dad did corporal punishment, I remember it, literally 3 times, right? And it was never used a weapon, the mild form of it, etc., right? It doesn't mean that I took away from that. Well, since he did it, it must be the right thing.
Exactly.
I love my dad. And I think he raised me right in 100 different ways. That just wasn't one of them. And he did it 3 times. My guess is he regrets it, okay? It's just a very, very frustrating story. And I know that my whole life, I was told by people who have kids, you'll understand when you have a kid. Are you crazy? I got kids now, okay? So if you say to me, you grabbed your kid super rough because he was about to run into the street and you had to save him from running into the street, Of course I understand. You had to yell at your kid. Of course I understand, right? 100 different things you had to do because the kids are kids. They don't understand. And you got to make sure they don't get hurt. But if you're the one hurting them, that doesn't make any sense. And now that I got kids, I would not beat them under penalty of law. The exact opposite. If you said to me, you'll go to jail if you don't beat them, I wouldn't do it. I'd say, to rip the flesh off of my 4-year-old son,
There were injuries
there's not
on
a
the
thing
son's
on the planet that could get me to do that. He hit him in the scrotum. Oh my God. There's nothing in the world that can get me to do that. Don't do that to your kids. That's my 8th time saying it, so you got the message.
Gone Girl is a new movie featuring Ben Affleck. If you haven't seen any of the previews for it, we actually have a trailer for you. Take a look.
As you all know, my wife, Amy Elliott Dunn, disappeared 3 days ago. I had nothing to do with the disappearance of my wife. I have nothing to hide.
Has Amy got friends we can talk to?
No, not really.
You don't know if she has friends, you don't know what she does all day, and you don't know your wife's blood type.
I will practice believing my husband loves me, but I could be wrong.
I watched the movie. It's a really good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to see it. I mean, I haven't been to the movies in probably a year and a half at this point, but it looks good. I want to see it as well. Well, there's a scene in the movie that's actually getting a lot of attention. Apparently, there's an oral sex scene where Ben Affleck is performing on the female character. And the reason why it's getting a lot of attention is because of something I didn't know before. Apparently, back in the day, if you had an oral sex scene with a man performing on a woman,
Yeah. Exactly. La, 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 la.
it would usually get an NC-17 rating, which is movie suicide, right?
Right.
Like, it's just not good. It's not going to get enough. A lot of movie theaters will not distribute it. So the Daily Beast talked about this in a little more detail. They said the following. In the past, a scene like that depicting a woman well on her way to achieving orgasm would have earned the film a big, ugly NC-17 rating from the relentless prudes at the Motion Picture Association of America. And apparently there were movies in the past that had to deal with this, okay? Evan Rachel Wood was in one of those movies, and she was really upset when she found out that her film also got an NC-17 rating. She tweeted about it and she wrote the following. After seeing the new cut of Charlie Countryman, I would like to share my disappointment with the MPAA, who thought it was necessary to censor a woman's sexuality once again. The scene where the two main characters make love was altered because someone felt that seeing a man give a woman oral sex made people uncomfortable, but the scenes in which people are murdered by having their heads blown off remained intact and unaltered. This is a symptom of a society that wants to shame women and put them down for enjoying sex, especially when Gasp, the man, isn't getting off as well. It's hard for me to believe that had the roles been reversed, it still would have been cut. So, look, I don't know if this is like a man versus woman thing, right? But it is kind of interesting that like weird double standard existed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not necessarily buying the whole man versus woman thing, but
Yeah.
She of course has an undeniable point about violence versus sex,
Yep.
right? I mean, people getting eviscerated and decapitated. It's all so much worse. I got kids. Whenever I see those violent images, I'm like, I got to get them away from the screen, right? Sex, nudity, whatever. I mean, they see nude people all the time. So I'm not as freaked out by that. And now, we all know what every scene is, right? Every scene where a woman is getting oral in the movies is the exact same, okay? She arches her back, okay? And you see her, like, stomach area like this, and you'll see her rib cage because they're all skinny, okay? And then you'll see her hair go back, like, and then you'll hear, like, okay, it's all the same. I just did it for you in the most unappealing way. Okay, so let's all calm down. Yes, women also get oral. Yes, you shouldn't get an NC-17 rating for it. It's a perfectly fine part of the movie. You're only going to get uncomfortable if you're watching it with your parents.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of interesting because in Black Swan, they had that uncomfortably long oral sex scene between Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman, right?
Wrong again.
It lasted
Worst use of an adjective.
Ever. So apparently when a woman performs on another woman...
Wonderfully long. Okay, yes?
Are you done?
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. God, I got to bring back the ding, 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 ding for all your pervy moments.
Okay, but I mean, it's indisputable. I mean, I don't know anyone who watched that movie and any guy that watched that movie and didn't think.
Oh, guys like the oral sex scene between the
two
women.
really hot women.
Weird,
yeah,
right. I got it.
Okay, that should be like more PG-13. Like, that's fine.
So anyway, Ryan Gosling had to deal with this as well. He released a statement about how his film also had to deal with an NC-17 rating. There's plenty of oral sex scenes in a lot of movies where it's a man receiving from a woman, and they're R-rated. Ours is reversed, and somehow it's perceived as pornographic. Black Swan has an oral scene, which is what I was referring to, between two women, and that's an R rating, but ours is between a husband and his wife, and that's an NC-17. So yeah, he's absolutely right about that. I really never noticed that was the case, but apparently this is what goes on in Hollywood.
Well, you see, if you have enough of those cases, no matter what we think of men versus women and whether it should make a difference or not, apparently it has in several cases made a difference, and that is obviously unjustifiable.
Yeah.
When in reality, we should be fine with everybody giving each other oral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oral is
oral
great.
for everyone.